Knicks fans, this one felt different. From the opening tip, the Knicks played like a team who knew exactly who were they supposed to be. McBride starting tonight delivered 19 points, 5 threes, and real poise. Set the tone early. Brunson, surgical again, 33, 6 points. 33 and 6. My bad. It's the Budweisers. Cat gave a strong and efficient 19 and 10. Josh Hart was everywhere doing Josh Hart things. 22, 8, and 7. The ultimate winning player tonight. But the real story tonight is the chemistry, the ball movement, the balance. 26 assists, 50% from three, 57 from the field. This wasn't lucky tonight. It looked like the offense is finally in sync with Mike Brown's system. The Knicks didn't just sneak past the Hornets. They controlled the entire game. They dictated the pace, overwhelmed them with depth and execution. So tonight we're asking, is this the identity taking shape? Has inserting McBride into the starting lineup unlocked something? And is this the version of the Knicks we can expect going forward? This is the Knicks-ish post-game live. Let's go, Knicks. Raz is in the building.
Hit the intro.
Mic check 1, 2.
Action.
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.
Fuck LeBron! Fuck everybody on LeBron! When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah, live and direct. Of course, yeah, already know.
Is Fraz breaking up for everybody? Or it's just
Yes.
if Fraz, your service is wacky, my brother, you're frozen. I gotta step in. Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen is your favorite Knicks-ish panel, including but not excluding. I always mess up on that part. Included but not excluded. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Give me back here. Let me do it. Hold on. Part of the technical difficulties, y'all. Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks-ish panel. And of course, y'all already know the vibe, because I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fraz Taz, here in the building with the whole gang is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Never limited to, but always included. The first lady of Knicks is Mrs. Knicks in the building. Don't forget about my soldier at arms, Knickerbocker Ave. And of course, you know, my good brother is here. Somebody unmute him real quick. The one and only Kev Rodriguez is here in the building.
Book.
Shots fired,
And tonight, yes, you know what he's gonna say. Yes, he is the spark plug. He is our host. The one and only T-Time is here live with us tonight. As always, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing as always, Karen. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe and make sure you hit the bell so you get all notifications when Knicks-ish goes live. It is time for the usual housekeeping. And first and foremost, please put it up there. Darlene, sis, you already know what it is. Salute to you, Darlene. That's the day one right there. Big up Mr. Phillip York is in the building. We see you out there. Yeah, I mean, Jeremy's house. Jeremy's house. Big up to you for the pull up. Jermaine Brown, we see you out there. We see you out there in the comments. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yo, we got
yeah.
Well,
international people talking, dog. We got internet. Look at that.
in Colombia, wow, that's
Gracias
great,
por tu
man.
Now that's
atención,
fire.
gracias por
That's fire.
vernos. Te lo aprecio, te agradezco con todo mi corazón. Y aquí en Knicks Nation, gracias, muchísimas gracias.
That's my
Yeah,
guy,
whatever he
Philip,
just
man.
said. Facts.
What up, Phil? That's my guy, Phil. That's my guy. What up,
I was
Phil?
about to say,
Hey,
yeah,
whatever
that's
he just
Pulling
said.
up.
Facts. But yeah, let's get to it, man. Shout out to everybody in the panel. Shout out to the panel. The Knicks
point
beat
attack.
the Hornets 129 to 101 tonight. Uh, you know, let's to put things into perspective before I get to my questions. After beating the trash ass Nets belt to ass, uh, and beating the trash ass Charlotte Hornets belt to ass. I just all that's considered. We're considering that. Yeah, I mean, we know we know that these teams are trash, but it's still something to be said to handling the teams that you're supposed to handle, right? So the overall senses I got, or one of the questions I got right now, what did tonight show us about this where this team is headed, right? Was this the best the offense looked under Mike Brown? Uh, since Mrs. Nix is the closest to me, Mrs. Nix, how you feeling tonight?
I feel good tonight, but today's win doesn't tell me anything. I need to see it consistently. But tonight's win was nice. I mean, it was what we expected. Belt to ass, the way it's supposed to be every damn night when we play teams like this. Um, I mean, I don't know how many shows in a row I've said it. Run the offense through Cat, and we did it in the first half, and look where it got us, right? I loved it. And I love that Macau kept going to the paint. JB kept going to the paint. We didn't just settle for the three. My concern is I watched the post game and Mike Brown said, but we only took 25 threes, as if that's a bad thing. Bro, we just won a game. That should tell you we do not need to shoot 45 threes every goddamn game to win games. We are an inside presence team, and we need to use our skill set as a team to beat other teams. Our skill set, our team is built with guys that can penetrate the basketball into the paint, that have a mid-range game, that can bully dudes in the paint. So I see no problem with 25 threes and a 28-point win. So that's why I don't know what this game means for the offense, because clearly he didn't look happy about taking 25 threes. I, myself, am ecstatic that we didn't take 40 threes.
That's fact.
I saw you
But
in
yeah,
the time laughing like you knew I was going to say that shit.
yeah. As soon as I heard him say that, I said, sis is about to get on Mike Brown on that one. I was confused as well, like, but bro, like, we just wash these dudes up. You feel me? But anyway, nigga Bucket Ave, talk to me.
I was kind of surprised. Con Kneppel had the performance he did. I was actually looking forward to seeing how he would perform against the Knicks. I figured that he would have like a crazy game. I was considering the performance he's been putting out for Charlotte. I'd be surprised if he doesn't win Rookie of the Month this month. But all in all, the Knicks. This is the game. First of all, you needed to have. You needed to take this game. Without a doubt, Charlotte is a bum team. Even if it is for the Sippy Cup, it is what it is. But the reality is that the Knicks played like a team that knew what to do on that court, knew where to find their teammates, where to move the ball. They protected the rock, and they asserted their dominance. And just as I said, if you run the offense primarily through Karl-Anthony Towns and keeping Jalen Brunson off ball, you're going to get, prime results. And even with young teams and, with more established veteran teams. So I don't understand what you would be upset about in terms of that statistic, Coach Brown. But last I checked, a W is a W. And the reality is that it was a much needed W on the road against a team that you knew that you had to beat. And honestly, I'm happy about it. Am I completely ecstatic over the moon? No, because, we still have a lot of work to do. That I agree with him on. But in terms of the 25 threes versus the 40, we still shot 50% over, from 3-point line. We shot over 57% from the field. We hit most of our free throws. We pretty much kept Charlotte at bay the entire game. I don't care what the numbers say. A W is a W, and that should be the most important thing. I guess this is the part where we start to really dissect the philosophies between Coach Mike Brown and former head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Cal.
Listen, man, like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna end on this, man. I'm not. We played the worst team in basketball tonight. We should have fucking beat their ass 129-101. Anything less than that, I would have been fucking furious. You probably would have seen a whole different Kev. To be honest with you, man, like, the Hornets are the worst 3-point. They defend the worst at the 3-point line. So, we did what we were supposed to do. I'm glad we shot 25 threes instead of 40. It's about time. I think I just said that in the game before. Let's cut that shit. I didn't say 25 though. I think I said 35, 30 to 35. But if you want to do 25, be my guest. I love it. And we shot it at a high clip today, 52%. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with it. Josh and Deuce did their thing. You know what I mean? But again, we're talking about the worst 3-point defending team in the league. That is straight up at last place at opponent 3-point percentage and all that. So, I'm glad we bust their ass. I would be way more impressed if we beat Detroit, Miami, Orlando, Chicago. Like, those are the teams that I want to beat by 30 fucking points. I don't want to be, okay, the bum ass Nets and the bum ass fucking Hornets. Okay, you did what you were supposed to do, but really, I want to see this against contending teams. You know what I mean? Like, the kind of defense that we played today, I want to see that against those teams. You know what I mean? Like, we know you could beat these bum ass teams. We know that. But I want to see you do that and play this elite against the top tier teams in the NBA. And so far, I don't think we've seen that yet. So, I'm gonna take the W. A win is a win for me. I'm glad we blew they bum asses out, and I'm tired of LaMelo Ball killing us all the time. And Miles Bridges and all them. Because them guys really give us a hard time.
And Sexton.
And Sexton, right. I even forgot Sexton was on that team. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Listen to me. When I saw the lineup, I'm like, oh man, bro. Like, the way we've been playing defense lately, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, Jesus Christ, LaMelo boys. He's mad as it is. They're gonna come in there and fucking bust our ass. And I'm glad the Knicks completely fucking proved me wrong, because my mind was not right today when it came to them, bro. I really was like, damn, I was like up and down about it. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Pause.
Yo,
Pause.
Talk to me.
Well, first off, shout out everybody in the building. Y'all know how I do when I'm on before I start off the first segment. This is how it's supposed to look every game, or at least how we want it to look every game. You got Cat with another double double, 19 and 10, off of 6 of 13. You got Josh Hart with 8 for 13, 4 3 pointers, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. Then there go Bridges numbers because I was just Bridges was just my next person. You forgot to add one thing on that Deuce there. 5 for 5 from three and 6 for 8 from the field for Deuce McBride. I'm telling you, Deuce McBride is one of the biggest pieces that we need to keep here in Knicks camp because he understands the assignment. And he's starting to look like Brunson, if we haven't mentioned that enough here on Nixon. Anyway, Deuce McBride is starting. I think he's really been working with Brunson in the gym and working on his footwork. And that's the thing that I think all the guys need to start doing is work on their footwork. But um, out rebounded them. Here, let me give you the rest of the stats. None of the other panel touched on it yet. Points in the paint, 64-40 in favor of the Knicks. Fast break points, 20-5 in favor of the Knicks. 17 points off of, no, 21 points, I'm sorry. 21 points off of 17 Charlotte turnovers. Out rebounded them by 6. And again, as the panel mentioned earlier, the Knicks shot over 50% from the field overall, from field goal, from twos and threes, and 89% from the line tonight. Only missed 2 free throws. So again, let me say it for y'all because I've said it a number of lives, and I'm gonna keep saying it till I see it. The word is consistency. That's what we need over here in Knicks camp for the rest of the season. Consistency. And hopefully the Knicks catch this stride and we start one of the win streaks like we've done the prior 2 years around this time.
You know, my little 2 cents. You know what I mean? The first part of the question was
Wait, we're gonna have to change that to 5 soon because they don't make no more pennies.
first part of the question was uh you know, what did this team show us tonight? I get where Mrs. Knicks and Kev is coming from because it's the bum ass Hornets. I disagree because not because of the team we played, is the adjustments I saw in the team, right? Uh like everybody mentioned pretty much was the less 3-point shots that was taken tonight. That was a good sign. Yeah, I mean, them doing what Mrs. Knicks been asking for the last few days games is playing through Cat, which ultimately is Cat taking advantage of the matchups that he's faced with every night. They're putting smaller guys on him. You know, I hate Shaq when he talks about the Knicks, but he's right when it comes to when he talks about big man. In his words, if they're gonna put a little guy on you, you got to punish them. You got to make sure they pay for it every time they match you up with a little guy. If you put him in the paint, barbecue chicken alert. Yeah, I mean that's what we see from Cat these last 2 games when they're putting players on him. He's taking advantage of the matchup and creating plays off of that action. That was something that was not happening, before these last 2 games. He was settling for a lot of threes. It was either a three or a drive from the top of the key, and that's nasty offense for him. He's being way more efficient these last 2 games. That's one thing. Excuse me. 2. Even though it is the Charlotte Hornets, everybody on the panel mentioned a different level of a defensive intensity tonight. Getting in passing lanes, making it difficult for jump shooters and penetrators. Pause. Those are the things that I'm looking like. All right, now you're showing me something because you're adjusting to the game. Mike Brown saying that we only shot 25 threes is nasty work. I ain't gonna lie, that's nasty work. You feel me? It's a blowout win, and you in your mind is saying that we didn't shoot enough threes is crazy because it's not how many threes you shoot, is how many you make. We shot 25 but made half of them. What more could you ask for? What more you guys for? Because we've been shooting 40 and only making 8. What are we talking about? You feel me? And that has an domino effect with the team and how they play, right? The shots stop falling. Nobody wants to play defense. We see it. Nobody wants to play defense. And everybody, what I saw tonight is everybody just out there hooping. They're hooping. Like, and what I mean by that is everybody's being aggressive. They taking the shots that's given to them. You know what I mean? Like everybody is making themselves dangerous on the court. And that's the kind of offense and the kind of basketball we need to play going forward. Is everybody. You see Josh Hart. Josh Hart is the best for us when he's being aggressive on both ends of the basketball court, and especially on the offensive end. When he's not being aggressive, it's like the defense is playing 4-on-5. But I know Josh Hart is not going to give us this production offensively every night. But this level of aggression could be contained. I mean, maintained, not contained, maintained. You feel me? Like, and he was shooting like crazy tonight too. That was a pause, but yeah, he was shooting threes like crazy tonight. You know what I mean? Shout out to Josh Hart. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Jordan Clarkson too, not just chucking up threes and getting in the mix and attacking the paint, getting to the floor. I'm gonna land the plane here on this. We have bucket getters. We don't have 3-point specialists. We got guys that can shoot the threes, but we have a whole bunch of bucket getters. You feel me? And we saw everybody getting buckets. Shout out to Tyler Kolek too. Kev was talking about this in the chat from the Nets game, and I started to pay attention this game. I said, "Oh, he's really out there playing some defense." Bro is really stepped up his defensive game. Shout out to Tyler Kolek. But to keep things moving, this next one is going to be another 2-part question. What part of tonight's performance is most repeatable? And did anything still raise concern despite the blowout? Knickerbocker Ave.
I think that defense is always going to be a thing for me. Being able to defend the three is going to be very important, especially because you're not going to play a Charlotte. You're not going to play a Charlotte Hornets team. You're not going to play a bum ass team every other night. You're gonna have teams that can just spray threes and they can do it at a consistent clip. You're gonna play a Warriors team. You're gonna play an Oklahoma City Thunder team. You're gonna play an Orlando team again. You're gonna play other teams that that may just have it that night. So, what are you going to do about defending the 3-pointer? I'm not expecting them to to give them the big donut or anything like that. I'm expecting them to at least contest some threes, make shots difficult, and being consistent on the defensive end. Defense is going to win championships. It is one of the oldest sayings in sports, but it is the most accurate. If you can stop your opponent from doing what they want to do on that floor, you have a better shot of winning consistently. Case closed.
All right. Who was Kev?
Yeah, I gotta agree with that, what Av said, man, because I think that's been our most weakest part of this team, the defensive end. If the Knicks could get going on that side, it's sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? I think this team can really outplay anybody when they're playing great all around basketball, moving the ball, attacking the basket, not just chucking up threes. Because like Anna said, we got some guys that that could get buckets. You know what I'm saying? It's all about again, like what Fraz said, consistency. If everybody plays consistent, they play together, they communicate, um give a full amount of effort at all times, not just half a game or one quarter or the last 3 minutes of a game. I need to see full hustle at all time. And if the Knicks could be able to do that, we good money. We good money.
Fraz
All right. What's the question again?
is a two-parter. What from tonight's performance is the most repeatable? And the next question is, did anything from tonight still raise concern despite the blowout?
The most repeatable. The numbers say what's most repeatable. Points in the paint. That's most repeatable. Why? That's the base of the offensive game. And another thing that's repeatable that needs to happen a lot more is defensive stops. You got there's been times where the New York Knicks is able to put on runs and and they just let the other team get back in it. Like how many times have we seen it in games? 10-0 run real quick. You know what I'm saying? Against the better teams too. Because remember, we started off the year against the better teams. So those to me are the most repeatable things. Now, what was the second part?
Our second part was what still raises concern despite the blowout.
What's still raising concern for me is defense. Two parts: the 3-point line and transition defense. Those two things, I think the Knicks need to work on a lot more. And if we do, and then that adds the repetition thing back to it, man. If we repeat that throughout the season, then guess where we're gonna end up? Right where we said the Knicks gonna end up. In the NBA Finals. Why? The team with the best defense won the title last year.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sis.
What's most repeatable? I want to say Tyler Kolek. I think as we've seen him get more minutes, he's gotten a lot more comfortable. Today, he
Hmm.
showed exactly what we need, that court vision. He is a different point guard than Jalen Brunson. He brings a different skill set than Jalen Brunson, and his passing is A1. A1 for a 2-year guy who really didn't play last year. I think if we continue to give him minutes and build his confidence, and not only give him minutes, but give him minutes with the correct team on the floor with him. I was on a show last night as a guest, and I literally said, I need to see Tyler in with Cat and McCall. He needs to be in with guys that can score and not guys like Josh when he's not being aggressive and Mitch, who we know isn't a scorer. He needs to be in with guys that he can literally facilitate the basketball with. And so being able to see it tonight and see his vision and just the precise passing, I think that is doable again and again and again. I think we need to we need to build Tyler to be that true backup for Jalen.
Yo, can I?
Um,
My bad. I'm
Go
sorry. I
ahead,
didn't know. I
Kev.
no 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 no. Go ahead. I didn't know you. I thought you finished. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
finished with that part.
Okay, no. Go ahead. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut.
And then what concerns me, y'all said defense. I'm gonna go with the offensive scheme. His comments in that post game do not have me feeling good as a fan. It just doesn't. It doesn't sit good in my soul. The fact that we can throw up 40, 43 threes and lose, and throw up 25 and win, and you're complaining about it. tells me that the guys just went out and did what they felt was best to win and not none of your game plan. And so if that's the game plan that you want, let's just go out and shoot threes, regardless of if they go in or not. That's my concern. Because like P-Time said, and we have scorers. We do not have Steph Curry's on our team. You know what I mean? We have guys that can shoot the three at a high level, here and there, but not on an every night basis. And so, bro, your offensive scheme concerns me as a lifelong fan. and I thank the Knicks for doing whatever they felt they needed to do to get this win. Because God knows if we would have shot 43s and took a loss, this show would have went apeshit tonight.
Yo,
That's a fact.
telling you, boy.
Rant on rant on rant.
I would have fucking went
Like
ballistic.
5 in a row.
I would have been, like I don't even curse like that. I would have been dropping all kind of F-bombs, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have went drill instructor on them. I would have went fucking bananas. Trust me.
Nah. Now, if we'd have lost tonight because we shot too many threes, it'd definitely been nasty work. Definitely Eat the Beat would have been dropped tonight. But my little 2 cents on the topic. What's the most repeatable is Cat taking advantage of the matchups. I want every time they put a smaller defender on him, he needs to go to the paint. There's no reason for him to need, in the words of Clyde, meander around the perimeter when he has the matchup advantage. And that's going to open up so much more offense for the rest of the team if he's taking advantage of that, because you have to double team. And then when you force them to stop guarding you with a smaller guy and go back to a traditional center trying to guard you, then you could do the things that you were doing before, driving from the top of the key. You're going to get a lot more space and separation on a 3-point line. This is what I'm talking about. That is repeatable. He could do that every game. Excuse me. But yeah, that and that, and to mention something that Mrs. Nick just said about the guys, doing their own thing and not taking a bajillion threes like Mike Brown wants them to. Not to to compare. I was about to say not to compare coaches, but to compare coaches. And I'm not really. This is not really shitting on Mike Brown. It's just me just going off what I've heard from both coaches. One thing Coach Tommy T says: the game tells you what shots you need to take. You feel me? And the game told them that they had the advantage going to the cup and getting to the midi. You know what I mean? And taking the best available open 3-point shot off of those actions. You feel me? And letting the shooters shoot. Not everybody shooting. You got Deuce McBride out there shooting 5 threes. He was hot tonight. He was 5 for 5. Yeah, I want you to shoot. Obviously, the cap got to get his 3-point shots up because he's the cap. And he's very efficient from the 3-point line. You feel me? Josh Hart was on the heater tonight. So he was allowed some heat checks in throughout the game. But it wasn't like how the other games were where everybody was just chucking no matter what. You feel me? So us, lowering our 3-point output is repeatable as well. Now, what concerns me still, I'll have to agree with Anna. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Mrs. Nick, sorry.
No government names, please.
Yeah, my bad. You crazy part is every day.
We family, so we call each other.
We speak in the chat every day. And every day in the chat, I'm calling her Anna. All right? No, sorry.
Ice is now at the door.
Right. So look. I would have to agree with Mrs. Nix, is that statement was concerned. Right? It's like it was a blowout win. We did what we were supposed to do and played offense the right way. And you still had to find a way to mention we only shot 25 threes. Like that was a bad thing. That's concerning, moving forward. But on to the next topic, right?
Hold on. We got one thing to do. Everybody in the chat, please continue. because we thank each and every one of you for coming on, for keeping the support going. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe consistently. Sharing is always caring. And if you haven't already done so, go cop yourself some merch right there at the Knicks and Ish Shopify. Get yourself a Knicks and Ish hoodie. Get yourself a mug. Get yourself a cup. Get yourself the Fire Brunson. Get yourself the Bodega Cat. There's plenty of merch. And I know Tea Time is going to be working on some shit in the kitchen.
I got some stuff. It's just the color. It's not even that. I'm just trying to find from the app that we use now, right? I'm just trying to find a distributor who has the colorways that I want. I don't want to upload the merch and half of the sizes are unavailable. I don't want to do that to y'all. I don't want y'all to see like, oh, that's crazy, and then you be like, ah.
Attention, t-shirt distributors. We are looking for a sponsor if you're interested.
Word. So, yeah. Thank you for that. And make sure y'all hitting that like button for sure. You know what I mean? If you're new here, make sure you subscribing as well.
And if you want us to talk about anything, definitely hit the super chat.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate you because you know the old man brain sometimes don't be working. Pause. That was crazy.
Unfortunately, Tea Time is PWI right now. He's podcasting while under the influence.
Yeah.
So, forgive him a little.
Yo, hold on.
Hey.
That's no different from any other night, for sure.
I just got to say, normal shit. Wait a minute.
Yo, but
did you start the second quarter or the first?
I started hours before the game. I'm not even
before the game. I was about to say before the game. What do you mean?
Well, okay, so we're going on to the next topic. Who has the? I don't have the official update on Shamet's.
So
injury.
They're gonna reevaluate him in 4 weeks. They said it's a sprained shoulder, doesn't require surgery. So they're gonna reevaluate him in 4 weeks. Doesn't mean he'll be back, but he'll be reevaluated.
That sounds like best case scenario to me because it looked like his shoulder was dislocated again.
And this is where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say I'm calling bullshit on that because his shoulder was popped out.
Yeah,
his shoulder was popped out.
I'm gonna say
exactly like how it looked when he got hurt the first time. It looks exactly how Randall's looked when his popped out.
Right, and this is when I say, yo, you go rest, take your time, come back, take your sweet time because at this point right now, I just want to see Tyler Kolek get his minutes. Let him get his experience. I love Shamet, and Shamet was playing great. He was playing great ball. He was, he actually won us a few games, knocking down key shots. But we need Shamet for the playoffs. We need him to rest. If his shoulder's as bad as what we think it is gonna be longer than 4 weeks. We might be getting him back towards the end of the season.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, right? My fault, Fred. But what I do know about these kind of injuries, and I'm not saying I know a lot, but when it comes to what Mrs. Knicks and Kev said is right. It looked bad. It looked bad, and that's undeniable. It did definitely look like his shoulder popped out. But the difference between the severity and injury is the ligament damage, right?
Yeah.
He might have very minimal ligament damage because that's what happened to Jules when he was here, is that it was the ligament damage that caused him not to be able to come back as quick as they thought that he could. But they do MRIs and all these things on that, and I think maybe the previous dislocation of the shoulder kind of probably helped that he didn't suffer more ligament damage, because I got a friend. He had a dislocated shoulder. Bro, you breathe on him too hard, it's a wrap. You feel me? Like, So I think that might have helped the fact that he already had a dislocated shoulder that it didn't, tear any more ligaments. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
My question to you, T, is considering that it was Wendell Carter that hurt him.
Bro,
what are you doing next to him?
You did that on purpose.
Man.
You did that on purpose.
Man.
He did that on purpose. Fuck that guy, bro.
Wait. If you're gonna do that, you might as well hit the button. You might as well hit the button now.
Yo, no. It ain't gonna be a rip. I promise it ain't gonna be a rip. But when I saw the replay, and I saw it was Wendell Carter, I said, "You got to be fucking kidding me! Back-to-back games, you're gonna hurt a Knicks player? You can't be serious! Wendell Carter is such a fucking bomb, bro. Like he's a bomb. I don't understand it. Like it's like they sent him out there. Yeah, let's see who's got injured today. Like fucking Wendell Carter's the ball. Andre Drummond should have snuffed you. Word. He should have snuffed you. Facts. He should have snuffed you.
I saw that too. I saw that.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it was Wendell Carter. Because if initially I wasn't I was just concerned about Shamet. Like, oh man. Damn, his shoulder hurt. So I didn't even pay attention to like who was around when it happened. And they showed the replay, and I said,
This nigga.
He leaned in too.
Yeah, he did. He dropped his shoulder.
He leaned in, he dropped. You seen him? He was like, whoop, right into him. I was like, wow.
That's a fact, Mr. Nick.
I was like, wow.
Suggs too. That team is a tough team all the way around, bro.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm confused. But anyway,
we forgot to mention that was the cup game that we just played. As a matter of fact,
it was a cup game.
That was a cup
game.
Fact.
I didn't know that until I saw
the floor.
The floor. Yeah, I was like,
And that means we have a 28-point differential if we won 129-101, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That means we're in pretty good shape to move on. I'm not saying like we're amped about the cup. I'm just saying this actually technically is.
Listen, hold on. Nigga Bucket Ave call it the sippy cup. I get it. Yeah, I mean,
Sure, he did say that.
Shit. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. Listen, I'm the kind of person. I won't let my daughter beat me in checkers. I want to win. Everything.
Fucked up.
I don't want to lose nothing. Everything. So I understand. It might not. It's not the Larry O'Brien. You feel me? It's not that. But I want to win everything. You feel me? Like sippy cup. Yeah, I want to win the sippy cup. We all started from somewhere. We all started from the sippy cup. All right, but let's get to these questions. With Shamet out, who filled the void the best tonight? Kev, make it like I have started the last one. Yeah.
I mean, I mean, not. Does it have to be tonight or like throughout the season?
I mean, well, Shamet's been missing 2 games now? 3?
Yeah.
3.
I mean, I right now Jordan Clarkson been playing much better. He looks more comfortable out there. I think he gotta just stay away from foul trouble. He's another one. But other than that, he just got to stay out of foul trouble, man. I like Jordan Clarkson. I was happy when we signed him. But he's been playing. He's been stepping up, man. I can't even hold you. Like he looks more comfortable with the team now. He's actually moving the ball around too. So I like to see that because before he was just JC the Chucker. So, but yeah, I would have to say Jordan Clarkson. But I want to see more Tyler Kolek though. That's who I want to see more of. I know he's getting his time. He's starting to look way more comfortable out there. Um, especially defensively, man. I went back and I started watching that Brooklyn Nets game, and I was hyped, bro. I was like, yo, my man is staying with his guys, forcing guys to miss 3-point shots, So that's who I really want to see pick up where Shamet left off. If I answered your question correctly.
Yeah, you did. It fries.
So wait. Let me hear it again. What's the question? Let me hear it again.
Who filled the void of Sherman's absence the most? Whether it's tonight or the last three games, use your discretion.
Well, if it's last three games, we can't forget about Deuce McBride. I mean, how this panel called it when it came to Deuce McBride and us selecting him as a Knick player. Like you see the difference in his confidence. It's like he understands the assignment. Like Deuce, and I think Deuce is a critical piece to that bench as well as the aforementioned Jordan Clarkson. And I would like to see Ariel Hurtford step up. And I'll tell you why real quick. Because if you have another big you can put on to play and have Cat play the four, guess what? Now you can have Brunson rest and the ball running through Cat. Like how he likes to rest Brunson in them stretches, especially like the third end of the third into the fourth. Like and he has Karl-Anthony Towns playing with some of the second unit off the bench. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
Mrs. Nix.
Tonight I think Josh picked it up for Shamet. I think Josh being super aggressive tonight was exactly what we needed. That's what we had been seeing from Shamet before he went down. He was, super aggressive offensively, defensively doing what we needed him to do. And Josh picked that up tonight. Can Josh do it every night? I think he can. I'm sure y'all on the panel also think he can, but he probably won't. You know what I mean? So I think tonight was his night. I think going forward it's going to be a combo of Deuce and Jordan Clarkson. I think they are the scorers of that bench, and I think they have to pick up the slack going forward. And hopefully Josh continues. I think Josh is such a pass, and people sleep on him offensively because they're so focused on Cat and JB that he can do this every night. You know what I mean? Especially if we run the offense correctly through Cat. I think someone mentioned, Cat taking advantage when there's someone smaller on him, but not only that, even when someone regular size, his size is on him, teams tend to still try and throw a second person at him and throw a second person at JB. And so it's going to leave dudes like Josh open. And if he's ultra aggressive, whether it be from the 3-point line or taking it to the basket, we're going to have plenty of games like today.
Knickerbocker.
Who replaces Shamet? I think that right now it's by committee. You're looking at guys like Deuce McBride. You're looking at Jordan Clarkson. You're looking at Josh Hart. Obviously, Josh Hart did his thing tonight. But with Shamet being out, and you already are down OG, I think that this is prime opportunity, the perfect opportunity for Gershon Yabusele to pick it up and start balling like the guy that we all thought he was going to be. Thus far, it's been lower mid performances.
Mediocre at best.
Mediocre at best.
He's not been mid. He's been lower.
He's been
mediocre.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt of the first 20 games.
Listen. I'm gonna say it in Fraz's voice. Trash.
Facts.
See, I'm usually the one that's the most hardest on the Knicks. I'm trying to give him a little bit, but my patience is wearing thin. I'm just
that's
saying.
a big pause, nigga.
Pause.
Yo. We don't need messages from Uncle Paulie tomorrow.
It's already ringing. It's already ringing. So
play the sound effect.
Yo, my little 2 cents. I'm gonna. Nobody was wrong. All y'all assessments were absolutely correct. Frank was good.
Mine? Break your fingers.
Yeah. But I'm going to say Deuce McBride. The aggression. Yeah, I mean, and the aggression and productivity together is what Shamet was bringing before he got hurt. And Deuce McBride, especially tonight, being aggressive, not only being aggressive, being super efficient and effective, is definitely filled that void tonight. What he had what, 18?
19.
19.
I gotta smoke to that because
that's definitely what Shamet was doing before he got hurt. He was like, I wouldn't say consistently, but very frequently around the 15 to 18 point per a game. Every time he hit the court, you feel me? So that's why I give it to Deuce. But I will also agree, Yabusele got to figure something out. But I'm going to be the one to defend him today. It's hard to do that when the minutes are inconsistent. Could he be better? Absolutely, yes. Do I understand why he's not as good as I think he could be? Yes, because the minutes are inconsistent. And it's hard to get consistent minutes when you're not producing. Like, it's a double-edged sword. When it's so much talent on this roster. You feel me? It is so much talent on this roster that it's like, all right, we brought you here to be productive, but if you're not producing, we don't have to wait for you to be productive. Like, we got somebody else that can fill that position. Pause. And you got the likes of Ariel Hug Purdy. You got when we're healthy is even more pronounced, but he's getting minutes now because we hurt. But he got to start figuring it out. Even if it's not going to be on the scoring end, you have to take, the Josh Hart route and be just be disruptive at the very least, right? Be disruptive. Yeah, I mean, on offensive end, attack the offensive boards with rigorous intent. You feel me? Like something. Yeah, I mean, but just to be out there getting cardio ain't gonna help your cause, man.
Sis, you got that video of Deuce when he crossed homie and took the step back jump shot?
I think she's looking for it now.
That shot.
Yeah. It's just being aggressive, man.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the last topic for the night, make sure y'all hit that like button. Shane is always caring. Subscribe. Well, that was crazy. Subscribe. Yeah, I mean, and make sure y'all bless the super chat, man, so we could talk about what you want to talk about.
License and registration, please.
Yeah, I'm going to jail.
Flag on the play.
For sure. But the last topic is Cat has been getting a lot of the blame for the early struggles of the New York Knicks. Some people think it's just that he gets a lot of the blame. A lot of people don't think it's fair. But that is the question, I guess. Is the narrative fair that Cat is the reason for the struggles of the New York Knicks so far? Fraz. Wait, no. Who? No, wait. Yeah, Fraz.
It's Fraz's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Fraz.
Is the narrative ever fair? Let's change the question. All right. Is the narrative ever fair, especially coming from New York Knicks fans? Like, ask yourself that. Because to me, again, y'all saw my demeanor last live I was on. I'm keeping my demeanor. It's early in the season. This happened 2 years in a row. The Knicks ended up in the playoffs both years. In fact, we went further the second year than we did the first year. But you know how it goes with the New York media. They throw everything into a frenzy and a panic to get a story and to get headlines and this and that. And so again, ask yourself, is the narrative ever fair for New York players, particularly New York Knicks players like Karl-Anthony Towns?
In the words of Pootie Tang, to answer your question, I have to say the name, my brother. Mrs. Knicks.
Oops.
I'm about to say.
Absolutely. He's absolutely not the reason for the struggles. The reason for the struggles is the offense. The offensive game from the coach. You can't tell me no different. Now, has Cat played a role in... Did Cat have poor games? Absolutely. There were games where he wasn't aggressive. There were games where he didn't shoot well. But to throw it all on him or any one player on this team is outrageous. When you look at it, when he is put in a position to be aggressive, to play his game, we come out with wins. We come out with wins like tonight. But when he's forced to just shoot threes, or when he decides to just shoot threes, then it looks terrible. I don't think it's fair to blame him, but Knicks fans just want to find someone, and they're never going to blame JB, and I don't think JB is to blame either. But the next best to blame, if you're not blaming JB, is Cat. And it's super not fair. It's the same thing we did with Randall last year, the same thing we would do with Melo, the same thing we've done year after year after year as fans, not us, but Knicks fans, is to find one person to blame. Again, he is, and I've said it show after show after show, the most important part of this offense outside of JB. He makes JB's game so much easier because he demands a second defender, because even if they don't come to fully defend him and double team him, someone's eye is on him. Someone else's defender's eye is on him. So he is the most integral part of this offense, and we have to play him correctly. And Coach Brown needs to stop fucking being stubborn and allow these guys to play their game. They know how to win. We won without Coach Brown with this same damn lineups. We know how to win basketball games with these lineups. We know each other's strengths. You're trying to change something that wasn't fucking broken, not implement to try and improve it. You're trying to change it. So no, the issue is not Cat. The issue is absolutely not Cat. The issue is Mike Brown being stubborn as fuck. And he got me there. It's only 17 games in, and he got me there.
Yeah, this wasn't even that bad with Coach T. I ain't never we have our moments, but 17 games in and already,
Bro, because we're winning basketball games. We know how to win. We have a team that is better than what this record is. It's better than the product they're showing against severely undermanned teams like Dallas. But against trash teams like Brooklyn, we should have beat their ass by 20-something points. And we struggle with them because we're shooting 45 threes. Come on, man.
Knickerbocker.
Thus far, I think I've been the hardest on Karl-Anthony Towns. I've called this man a bitch. I've called him a pussy. I've called him every name in the book.
And he stepped up every game after you called him.
And he's shut me up every single time I've done it. So for anyone to say that Karl-Anthony Towns is the reason for the Knicks' struggles, I think I would be somewhat of an authority on that, and then allow me to reiterate what's already been said. Karl-Anthony Towns is a huge key component to the Knicks' success, not their struggles. Does he contribute to losses? Yes. Does he contribute to, bad plays? Absolutely. Every player does. But to simply single out Karl-Anthony Towns as the reason as to why the Knicks are struggling is just another scapegoat reason that the toxic environment that is Knicks Twitter, for them to start firing up their bullshit trade machines and coming up with bullshit ideas that make absolutely no bit of fucking sense, except it makes you feel better and it gives you a reason to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a new jersey. That's it. You want Giannis Antetokounmpo in New York Knicks colors, so you'll trade anybody. And the first one you want to trade is Karl-Anthony Towns. Why? Because, a couple of talking heads have said Karl-Anthony Towns has this issue and that issue and this and that. He lacks this and he lacks that. Myself included. I've said several things about Karl-Anthony Towns. But I will not deny this full-heartedly that I am one of Karl-Anthony Towns' biggest supporters as well. So to say that he is the reason we're struggling is absolutely asinine. The reason for the Knicks' struggles is obvious, what has already been mentioned. The idea for Mike Brown to be implemented as the coach is to augment the offense, enhance the offense, not to completely change it and make it completely different and not workable considering the personnel and the talent that we have on this team. This team for the last 4 or 5 years have been a slow-paced, half-court set offense. For them to change overnight just because someone in Madison Square Garden company decided that Tom Thibodeau was too stubborn or too bull-faced or whatever the case may be. Someone decided, I'm not going to mention who, that Tom Thibodeau was no longer the guy that we wanted. You struck out with every other coach that was mentioned in the newspapers. You interviewed a bunch of people. You interviewed, a great coach in Don Staley. You interviewed this person. And you landed on Mike Brown, who you knew was fired because his philosophy, although can be innovative, is severely flawed. And then I keep on asking the question, what's the difference between the philosophy of Mike Brown and one of a former Knicks head coach, Mike D'Antoni? If you're just going to be focusing on offense, and not playing a lick or focusing any bit of defense, you are going to be severely, severely exposed, and it's only a matter of time. So the fact that he's complaining that we shot only 25 threes in a 28-point victory something is wrong. Especially when Karl-Anthony Towns contributed with 19 points, is a walking double-double every night, and is doing some things on the defensive end. Yes, could he be a better defender? Absolutely.
14 and 16 games.
Just saying. The problem is not Karl-Anthony Towns. The problem is the offensive philosophy being instilled to them for a team that doesn't fit that philosophy.
You know, again, my little 2 cents. It might be a rant somewhere in here, so nigga back half, you don't stand by
Just
me.
it.
Roger that.
You know, to answer the question, is it fair? Absolutely not. It doesn't belong solely on his shoulders, but he is getting, you know, a lot of the blame. Is Karl-Anthony Towns flawed? Absolutely. You feel me? He does have flaws in his game. One being that sometimes he's too reliant and too confident in his 3-point shooting ability. That's flaw number one. Flaw number two is the fact that if the shots are not flowing, he's not going to play defense. He's already not a great defender, but if he's having an off night offensively, there's no defense to be seen by Karl-Anthony Towns. And he complains about fouls too much instead of playing the game. Those are the flaws for Cat. But again, even with knowing all that, it's still not about just Karl-Anthony Towns why we've struggled. Number one, it's 17 games under a new coach. There are going to be struggles. There are going to be ebbs and flows. Everybody's getting used to what Mike Brown wants and how they're going to all play underneath that system, right? So there are going to be ebbs and flows, especially early in the season. And I think we've seen a lot of that. The players trying to find a balance between giving Mike Brown what he wants, which is a lot of 3-pointers, and still being effective within their game, and taking advantage of opportunities that may come for each individual player. Then you got the collective team defense, and that also goes with communication. And even though most of the team has been together since last year, there have been new pieces. You got to also implement the new pieces into the roster. And then again, and then you have on top of that the inconsistency of which players are in the rotation. We are dealing with a lot of injuries and guys missing games very early in the season. You know, Deuce McBride is out like every other game. For a guy who's never really injured like that, he missed a lot of damn time. But it's stuff like that. Like that, all these things contribute to some of the struggles that we may have had this season. Now, this is the part that might be a rant. But that doesn't mean, because we still have a winning record. You know what I mean? It's still very early in the season. That doesn't mean that you open up the trade machine. You guys are annoying. For a fan base who want a championship, right? How the hell do you consistently want to trade everybody every year? That's not how you win championships.
Yeah.
Just not the way how it's done. It's not the way how it's done. It's never been the way how it's been done. The last time you could realistically say that it was a trade that led to a championship was Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors. But literally, it was just Kawhi Leonard for DeRozan, and the rest of the team stayed the same. There was stability there. That doesn't happen often. You can't build a team and then the next 5 minutes, whenever you feel the urge, oh, this is not what I expected at the moment, let's trade somebody. You feel me? Like I did say in the group chat, I said, yo, if things don't change, that I can see a trade happening, because that just would be the natural thing that makes sense, right? If Cat continues to play bad, I can see a trade happening. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's his fault. It's trying to remedy something that is broken in the system. You feel me? Like, and that might not necessarily be Cat's fault. And another thing too, that I forgot to mention. Cat playing the four is not natural to Cat. He's not a four. His game may resemble a four, but he's not a four, especially on the defensive end. He can't guard fours. It makes more sense for him to guard a five because most fives in the NBA, are not looking to score, right? Most of them are not looking to score. They're looking to rim run and rebound. That's the safest place for Cat. You put him against most fours in the NBA are mobile. You're talking about the likes of Giannis, Bam Bio, like guys like that are playing the four. Those are hard covers for defensive-minded players. You feel me? Let alone somebody like Cat. So I was intrigued by the look of Mitch coming off the bench. I don't know if that's the remedy.
You're freezing, tea time. I think he froze.
All right, so yeah, we're having technical difficulties. Like, apparently, AT&T is just not what it used to be.
Well, let's move on. I think.
Hold on. I didn't get to give my take. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know why we even listening to all these people and even paying attention to any of that stuff, because all these people, or most of these people that are complaining about Karl-Anthony Towns are the same guys that wanted to trade for him, and now are the same guys that might want to trade him and send him away for Giannis. So,
bro,
you know,
wanted him
like,
for years.
They for years
They were
yo,
crying when he got
yo, bro,
drafted.
listen, for years it's let's trade Julius Randle for Karl-Anthony Towns. For years. I mean, you know, so I don't listen, like, I don't even pay that stuff no mind, you know. And sometimes I kind of blame Cat for that, you know, because there are times where I feel like Cat can do better. You know what I mean? Cause sometimes he be too emotional when he's not having his way, or he's not having a good game, and he started with the stupid fouls, the lack of effort on the defensive end. Let's not sugarcoat it. You know what I mean? Because it's something that we've seen not only this year, we've seen it last year too. You know what I'm saying? The guy's a great teammate. He's a great player. I have nothing against Cat. You know what I mean? I don't think it's fair that they put it all on him, because I don't think it's all on him. I think the whole team can be better. Because it's not just on him. But I will say, you know, bro, stop, you know, like when he's playing A1 basketball and not worrying about the foul calling and not being emotional, the guy is completely unstoppable. There's not another player in this league that could really fuck with him. I always say, I said it last year, if we would have went through him in the Eastern Conference Finals, we would have went to the finals, because Indiana couldn't fuck with him. And still to this day, like we keep saying it on this panel, if you go through Cat, there's not a lot of answers out there for him. But we need him to play solid basketball. You know what I mean? We need you to be an all-around player, bro, not just one-sided. You know, we know you a bucket. We know you can shoot. You're one of the best big man shooting 3-point shooters in the league, right? But at the same time, when it comes to up here, mentally, I need you to stay poised out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need you to stay poised out there, because that's what I think kind of causes some of his problems. You know what I mean? So you know, this fan base, it is what it is with them, bro. Like, you can't, the fan base, the media, you know, they're gonna do what they do. I'm not surprised about that at all, not one bit, and I just don't even pay them no mind, because I already know how New York fan base as a whole, not just Knicks fans, as a whole, they be switching up on players quick. For,
Mm-hmm.
like from one day to the next. Like if right after the game, they'll go outside and rip your poster down, but forgot who started the whole shit. You know what I mean? So like I stopped paying that any mom, y'all, to be honest with you. I just want my team to play better. I just want them to do better. All the way around, bro. Offensively, defensively, because Oklahoma City look like they want to repeat. I don't see them struggling at all. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks have a lot of work to do, not just Cat, the Knicks. The New York in front of the jersey, and New York, you know, New York, that team, they the ones, they all gotta play better as a team. They gotta figure it out. They
All
gotta
of them.
they gotta they gotta work on adjusting and doing the right thing. Because if not, it's gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna be hard, bro. Because there's some other teams out there that want it just like us. Pause. You know what I'm saying? There's some upcoming teams that want to disappoint us, bro. And if this is gonna be our season of destiny and our season to win a championship finally after 50 plus fucking years, then come on, guys, y'all gotta step the fuck up and start playing better. Simple. If you don't want to be criticized, play better. That's it. Whether it
So
be
I wanted
Cat,
to touch.
I'm sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Whether it be Cat, whether it be JB, whether it be Mikal Bridges, whether it be Josh, whether it be anybody on this team, they all gotta step up, hold each other accountable, and play better basketball.
I don't think we can follow that. That deserves a standing around of applause. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
I appreciate that.
That was beautiful.
I appreciate
I
that.
know we said that was going to be the last topic, but I did want to touch on Mikal because I saw a comment in the chat that says it's Mikal's fault.
Nah.
And granted, it's from Steven, right?
Yeah.
But I got some beef with that one because I feel like Mikal has been the most consistent Nick behind JV all damn season. And we don't need him. We said preseason that someone scoring was gonna be affected, right? With the additions that we brought in, because we're gonna be playing more guys and all that good stuff. Mikal points have gone down 1 point since last season. So far in these 17 games, his average went down 1 point. But what he's bringing defensively, even without OG on the floor, it's unmatched. How can you blame Mikal for this? Like, I don't understand. He's the third leading NBA player in steals this season. And he's like 0.2 steals from being number one. Every game, he has two, 3 steals, 2, 3 blocks. Like, bro, Steven, I don't know that we're watching the same basketball games.
And you brought up Josh. I mean, I understand he does bonehead plays from time to time and he turns the ball over, but let's not act like Josh don't do other things like rebound the defense. He be causing turnovers, he forces turnovers and turns them into points as well. That's not something you mentioned, never. You know what I mean? And I will give you a Mike Brown. I'm not gonna argue the Mike Brown comment. I think that Mike Brown, and he says it himself, he could do better. You know what I mean? He said it himself, he could do better. So it's early in the season. I hope he fixes whatever problem it is we have.
All right. Well, I think that we're going into the hour and 20-minute mark. Let's go around for final thoughts real quick because tomorrow.
Wait, hold on. Fraz, did you want to touch on Macau?
Of course, Mikal's been the most consistent, Nick. I mean, he's actually picked up his defensive play since OG's been hurt, and he actually, to me, has improved a little bit because start of the season, he started off like round 12 to 15. Now he's been upping his point total to like 18 points a game. He's been hovering around that 18 points a game last few games, as a matter of fact. If you look at his stats, so whoever said Mikal's to blame is absolutely wrong. You can't just blame one person. Like, how you gonna blame somebody who's been consistent? Remember, the word is consistency.
How can you argue with that? I mean, to say this that Mikal Bridges is the problem. First of all, I think we already said it. It's not the players. The players make bonehead plays during a game. It happens. We all done it when we played played a basketball game, a baseball game, a football game, whatever. We all no one is perfect when they're playing a sport of any kind. But to say that Mikal Bridges, are you not looking? I mean, Sis just ran over the numbers. Are you
Put up his numbers for today, because today was insane.
His numbers tonight are read just like this:
3 steals, 2 blocks.
He's a problem. I like that problem. I want that problem.
Last season,
and that's been all season though.
Kev asked last season for him to pick up his rebounds, and he's done that.
Word.
Why? Because he's an
word.
Why? Because he doesn't hit every single 3-pointer he doesn't that he shoots. I mean,
but Av, let's talk about it though. Like, he's even shot the ball better this year from the 3-point line.
Can't argue.
So I don't understand where all this is coming from. I'm
gonna quote my buddy Dom on this one. Numbers don't lie. People lie with numbers.
Yeah, I could just hear Dom saying that too. That's funny.
That's why I'm quoting him directly. Nostradamus directly. Numbers don't lie. People lie with numbers.
And it's the same thing as Cat, right? Like, we don't need him to shoot so many damn threes either. Who's stopping him from the mid-range? Name me a player that's gonna stop Mikal in the mid-range. I'll wait.
No.
Maybe Anthony Davis when he's
Mikal's
healthy. Maybe
arms is shooting over anybody trying to defend him, unless there's a bigger position defending him.
Maybe
maybe. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Yo, I think he has he has one of the best mid-range shots in the game.
So I was on the show yesterday, right, Kev? And they said he has the best mid-range other than DeRozan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was going to say behind KD. But DeRozan is a, I can't even argue that. I can't even argue that, to be honest.
I'm not allowed to mention that man's name. I have a restraining order, so.
But it's just crazy. So to end this, I'm going to say fuck them picks. Fuck every one of them 5 picks, and I'm going to keep saying it because he's earned it.
Big facts. And not only that, though. Not only his game, though. I'm talking about his leadership on the floor. His leadership on the floor, kid. Like, he's going.
Bro, did you see him? He pulled Clarkson to the side today. He pulled Cat to the side today to talk to him.
But that's not just today. That's all season long. Like, he goes straight up to that. He'll go straight to your face. Like, yo, listen, you not doing And I don't, he's like really stepping up The leadership, bro, is tremendous this year. That's what we needed from him. That's what we pay him for. So,
Yo,
I mean, listen, he's not gonna have a great game every fucking day, bro. Like it's gonna happen. He's gonna have his off nights, but even on his off nights, if you go back and look at the numbers, he was doing other shit to help us win those games that he struggled.
I'm gonna refute that because he does have a great game in almost every game. First of all,
No,
he
but
plays
I
he
mean,
plays every single game. He doesn't.
he.
He may not light up your scorecard. He may not score
But
35
that's
a
what I'm
night,
saying. But that's what I'm
but
saying.
he does everything else. He holds his defender. He plays. He
Yeah.
keeps them honest. He holds his teammates accountable. And yes, he deserves the Tims and the hard hat tonight. Like he earns it mostly almost every other night. That's what
Nah,
Mikal
he
Bridges
definitely
does.
earned that shit,
And if
boy.
you're still crying, number one, if you're crying about the 5 picks, you already know what's this then. Fuck them. If you're crying about the money, fuck him. It's not yours. If you're crying about that he's not doing what he did in Brooklyn, fuck it. This isn't Brooklyn. This is the New York Knicks. Get used to it.
I think this is a. I think this is a better version
me
of
too.
Bridges. I think this is a
This
better
is almost
better
like the
than the
Phoenix
Brooklyn
Mikal
Nets.
Bridges.
I've gone on record already said it. Mikal Bridges
Right.
is more than likely going to be an all-star this season, and if he doesn't, it's because it's
It's
that dirty man.
blasphemous.
It's
It's
blasphemous. It's
blasphemous.
bullshit.
It's
He deserves to be
Yeah.
an
blasphemous, bro.
all-star because he's one of the few people that benefits tremendously from Mike Brown's system. But
Right.
I mean, if he
And
could
you can
just
see it.
get away from the 3-point bullshit, I mean, I'm good.
And listen, him taking control of the offense as well. You can see it takes a lot of pressure. Not just Cat. It's not just Cat that's taking pressure off of JB. It's Mikal too.
For
Yo, give me the
sure.
rock. I'm bringing the ball up. And then even when JB don't play, we win games.
Facts.
And if I'm not mistaken, if we going into last year, I think we like what 12-6, 12-7 without JB.
Something like that.
Because he took over games.
Because of
Yeah.
Mikal, bro. And a lot of those games that we won was because Mikal stepped up, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
And listen, man, I never had a doubt in Mikal. Never.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say this. That locker room in Charlotte looks terrible. Y'all gotta do better for our players because that looks
Oh
terrible.
man, listen, you
Well,
can see why LaMelo Ball don't want to be there no more, bro.
Look at that
LaMelo
locker
Ball
room.
don't want to
What
be
is
there no
that?
more, bro. LaMelo Ball, that shit look like
Like a hotel conference room.
right,
Well,
right,
things have dropped off since
right.
Michael Jordan left, so you
Yeah.
know that ownership money is
Listen,
not what it was.
listen. If y'all don't want Miles Bridges, I'll take him. You know, him coming off the bench on our team would be crazy.
Facts. Facts.
All right. So looking ahead of the schedule, please include this in your final thoughts. We return on Friday when we come home to play the Milwaukee Bucks. Then Sunday against the Toronto Raptors before we head to Boston on Tuesday night, and then we have 3 straight at home against Charlotte, the Utah Jazz, and yes, the Orlando Magic. Quick thoughts on what we're doing.
I told y'all 3-2, didn't I? I told y'all 3-2 on the 5-game road trip because I felt there was a couple of little losses in there. It was a little shaky. But as far as these games coming up, listen, last 2 seasons, this was the time of year the Knicks caught fire and started win streaks. I'm hoping they do it again. I think they could do it again. We have the personnel to do it again. And yes, I said 11-5 earlier. Please let me correct that as 11-6 overall. I didn't know it was 17 games already. So Cat is 15 out of 17. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think if the Knicks take advantage of the home cooking, as they say, out there in the sports world. I think we're gonna start another one of these streaks. And yes, I want my get back on Orlando.
Kev?
Um, to be honest with you, man, like shout out to the troll. Appreciate you for the pull up, my guy.
Every
Um,
show, we love it.
Hey man, listen, we must be doing something right if you keep pulling up to our show. So shout out to Big Tone, man.
I'm still
Shout
not
out to
cash.
Big
I'm still
Tone,
not
my
cash
guy.
apping his ass. I'm not. I'm not.
Appreciate you, my guy.
You gotta give me. You gotta give me
Word.
something worth paying for. I'm sorry.
Listen, man. This is a game that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that always revenge game because RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly always come to the Knicks for that get back. You know what I mean? And they're playing well, man. They're really playing good. They got some good young talent over there. People don't mention Scotty Barnes and what he does. He's a really good player. So I think this is a game. This is one of those games that is gonna be a good test for the Knicks. The
They
Knicks better come, huh?
they got Brandon Ingram too
They
now in
got
And
Brandon
Toronto.
Brandon
Ingram.
Ingram, right? And Brandon Ingram, and this is a good test, bro. This is a good test. They're one of the top teams in the East as well right now that people don't talk about. People sleeping on them. Um, I think they on a winning streak. I think they've won 9 out of the last 10. I think it is.
11,
They won
11.
9.
Not
Wow.
9 out of the last 10 or 11 or something like that. So they on a roll. Um, Knicks gotta be on their P's and Q's in Toronto against this team, man, because they playing to win. So against the Raptors, this is when you need to see what they do on the defensive end. Y'all gonna have to come to play. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing the
Well,
Hornets.
IQ gonna light
We're
our
not
ass up.
playing. We're not gonna play the bum ass Brooklyn Nets. The bum ass Brooklyn Nets. We're not playing them. We're playing a good team now. So this is when it. This is to me. This right here is when it matters. These games against teams like this because this is who we have to beat in the playoffs. These teams. So listen, man. I want to win this game. Because I know it's gonna be tough. So I expect a W, man. Nothing more, nothing less.
Mrs. Knicks.
I'm gonna say one game at a time. We have to build off of what happened today. We need to improve every game. We need to play our game. Fuck them threes. Fuck 43s a game. We need to, again, and I'm gonna say it every show, run the offense through Cat. Play the mid-range game. No one's gonna stop us. One game at a time. I mean, I'm not overlooking the Bucks. The Bucks, Giannis didn't play tonight, but I absolutely think he will play against us. Everybody comes to play against the Knicks. So one game at a time. I think we could beat the Bucks. Toronto, I think we can beat them if we play our game and we play some defense because we know they can score. We know Quickly can light up threes. We know Scotty Barnes can shoot. We know RJ can go off. So defense is going to be absolutely important again in all these games, really. But especially with the Raptors, who, like Kev said, they're playing great basketball right now. We know what their two guys are capable of. And so we need to be on our A game. And the Celtics, I think Jalen Brown, he wants his get back against us. So we need to play Knicks basketball. I don't think I think we can win all 3 games if we play Knicks basketball and adjust to what they're giving us. You know what I mean? Not just defer to the 3. We need to play like we have some damn sense and we not an elementary school basketball team.
looking at that schedule, I think we got the Bucks because we definitely need some get back from earlier in the season. That goes without saying. The Toronto game is interesting because Toronto is one of those teams that just has our number. On a yearly basis, they at least get us, for one or two throughout the season series. I'm not really worried about Boston at all. Not worried about Jalen Brown's fake hairline at all. I mean, that's the only issue that I'm pretty much concerned about. And then, I did see that, Mr. Mixtape. I did see that the Celtics did beat the Pistons, but
y'all do know that's Gene, right? Just so y'all know.
Yeah, okay. I do know that it's Gene, but I was trying to avoid government names again, but there we go. I think we can definitely go 4-1 over the next 5, if not 5-0, because I'm not really worried about the Bucks right now. The Bucks are not the same team that we played earlier in the season. Toronto's the only game that I think that is going to give us a hard time. Boston, I'm not too concerned about. Utah, forget it. And then Orlando,
we owe their ass. We better come out pissed off.
Just saying. We need to put,
belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
Just saying. Quick. So, folks, thank you for joining us tonight for Knicks and Ish. Hopefully, we'll get tea time back and no more technical difficulties. Thank you so very much for joining us. Be sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share the show on all your socials. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sharing is always caring. If you want to join your fellow Knicks fans, I want to, put you on to an event that's happening December 21st at Madison Square Garden, presented by our friends Jen and Jazz over at Knicks OmniFan. It's Knicksmas. If you've never been to an OmniFan event, these events are amazing. The ticket includes you get seats up in a box on the Chase Bridge at Madison Square Garden. So you have great view, great seats. Usually those boxes are well catered. You get visited by a Knicks legend, and you also then get a chance to shoot your shot, which basically is you get to be on the Knicks home floor and take a free throw shot. And there's a lot of other events going on there. They do Knicks trivia. They do a lot of door prizes, a lot of raffles. But be sure to hit theomnifan.com if you want to participate. The prices are all available. But let them know that Knicks and Ish sent you. Let them know that it was us. Let them know because we show love and support. And if you have an event that you want to promote that's Knicks related, please shoot us. Shoot us a message. Let us know. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on X. I'm sorry. We're on Threads. We're on TikTok. Where else we're here?
Discord.
We're on the Discord as well. And eventually we'll probably put on the Gmail too. So if you have an event, you have something Knicks related, you want us to shout you out, let us know. We're about building a friendly community of fellow Knicks fans who talk that Knicks and Ish. You know what I'm saying? That's what's most important. But anything before we go, folks?
Let's go Knicks.
As always. So
before we go, yes. Everybody enjoy your holiday, whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, for what it's worth. Take the time, tell your loved ones you love them, spend good time with them. We definitely appreciate y'all, and I'm thankful that, y'all choose us to watch every night after basketball games. We're just regular Knicks fans that like talking shit and enjoy spending 2 hours with y'all after every game. So we're absolutely thankful for y'all. Absolutely thankful for y'all. But definitely, you know, send your love to your loved ones because, you know, life is short and, you know, you got to do it while everyone's still alive.
Word.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Please enjoy it responsibly because we all know there's a lot of crazies out there. But take care of yourselves. Give thanks for your family. Give thanks for everything positive that's going on in your life. We thank you. We love you all. Yes, even you, Big Tone. We love you in some weird way. And happy Thanksgiving. So for Tea Time, who unfortunately had technical difficulties, for the First Lady, Mrs. Nix, for the Parlay Lord Frashead, and for our co-host, Kev Rodriguez, I'm your boy, the infamous one, Knickerbocker Avenue, saying keep on talking that ish, and Fraz, if you please.
Hit the outro.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap the melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic's ethnicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.